What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Epictastic Joshua. If you're a returning member and a new member, finally, we're getting back into the TV series side of this channel. So, this is going to be my quick review for Wonder Man. This was the 17th TV series in the MCU and produced under the Marvel TV label and created by Destin Daniel Cretton. This stars Yahya Abdul Mateen II and Ben Kingsley, Joe Pantoliano, and Josh Gad. The premise of this show is that we follow a struggling actor, of course, named Simon Williams, and he secretly has powers, and he tries to form an unlikely friendship with Trevor Slattery as the pair attempt to land roles in a remake of the in-universe superhero film Wonder Man. But this is also like superpower individuals are banned from working in the studio system by dormant clause. That's pretty much what we're dealing with here. And it's been a while since I talked about a TV series. I know, like I said, a lot of these TV reviews that you're going to be seeing either going to be quickened or I'm just going to make them live streams or batch a few of them into one. I'm trying to get back into the TV show side of things on this channel. And to set the record straight when it comes to this show, I want to get that out of the way. I was pretty judgmental about this TV series. I was kind of curious on it, but I was also pretty skeptical on watching this and actually seeing it because not that it has anything to do with the MCU. I am a fan of the MCU despite the ups and downs. It's just most of these shows doesn't always sound of my interest. This was kind of falling into it. Also, it didn't help that this was getting delayed because of strikes and also the constant TV changeling schedule. And it also doesn't help that people on certain social medias like Twitter refuse to call it X or such, which I don't even use as much, were going after this show and attacking this show because it wasn't coming out and because of the casting of a black lead. And I also just thought this was not going to work for me, honestly. I was not looking forward to it because this had the potential to be not only the biggest joke in MCU shows, but also one of the most boring ass TV series that I thought. And when I heard the reviews, a lot of people were praising it, but some people were saying it was pretty boring, little to no action, and it just didn't really fully caught my interest. So I spent at least early February and a little bit early March or so watching this little by little. And the final result of this, I kind of enjoy. I actually quite liked the show for what it was setting out to do. So let's go into it. And I think the biggest positive when it comes to this is that this was a breath of fresh air that the MCU desperately needs. Not that I am against the MCU, but it feels like lately with the MCU, ever since Endgame or such, we've kind of been afraid to take some chances and take some risks. So I was curious on seeing how a TV series with little to no action was gonna be. Also, this was the director of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which I really fucking love. I know some people hate it, but I went into it with some intrigue, and as I was watching, I was sitting here very much liking a lot of what I was seeing, and the fact that I just applaud the show for wanting to go something a little bit more different. And it certainly was not as horrible as I was expecting it to be. It has enough funny moments in here, and I like what the show was going for. So if you're into movies and the filmmaking process and such, I think you're really gonna like this show. So I do really like the fact that they choose to delve into that. I really like all 8 episodes of this for the most part. For the first couple of episodes, it was taking a long time to get going for a lot of it, but I like it how it was taking jabs at Hollywood and also making fun of the studio system here. And the cast here, I also think was really strong. I love the cast in this. I really enjoy a lot of the cast. And you have Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, which I thought he did a really good job in this. He brought his A game, and I've always liked the man as an actor ever since Aquaman, and then he's done things like Candyman and such. So the guy's a great actor. And here is Simon. He didn't bother me. I know some people will take issue because it's not the comic accurate Simon, but you know what? I think he really did a very strong job as Simon. You also have Ben Kingsley as Trevor Slattery. I thought he was also always a great actor. I love Ben Kingsley. I need to see more of his movies because he is a great actor. But I think that he did a really good job in his role as well. You also have Orion Moyad. He was good from a few movies I've seen. I No Way Home. I thought Ex Mayo was solid, surprisingly. She was really good. I liked her in The Blackening, and so it's nice to see her get more work. I also will say the directing in the show was pretty top notch. Justin Daniel Credit and James Ponsall, Tiffany Johnson, and the directors of the show all were on the same page. They wanted to make something that was definitely a lot more interesting here. And because there wasn't a lack of marketing and releasing all these episodes at once, I was afraid, but I like the more grounded, tighter, character-driven detail. I love the fact that it has lower stakes, and it is compelling as such. I really do like that. So absolutely, it's really fucking cool that for once we don't have a big end-of-the-world type villain. We get something a lot more fun, and also I really enjoyed the fact that we got some interesting elements here in terms of story and what these characters of Trevor and Simon are going through. So I really did like that side of things. They really committed there, and I think for a lot of you MCU fans who's been clamoring for something different, even if you don't like the show, I think this being different enough is going to be your biggest praise. And that for me, I think is a compliment because you're seeing a lot of what is going on here in this. And I actually think they committed a lot to what they set out to do. So it's definitely a lot more interesting than I expected. It's definitely a lot more fleshed out than expected. And it just had something here that won me over for the most part. I also like a lot of the cameos here, like Josh Gad here, which is pretty funny seeing Olaf here. You also have a cameo by Olivia Thirlby here, which I'm surprised they got her in here because it feels like we don't see her as much anymore ever since Dread and stuff. I guess maybe she's kind of do smaller stuff on the side, but that doesn't really bother me, honestly. It was nice seeing her. I wish she was kind of in it more, but you know what? Her cameo did what it had to do, and overall, she did good. Technical aspects is a well shot looking show. It's not a lot of CG. It's shot on location. I'll give it credit for that. It's paced very well for the most part. There are a couple seasons, a couple of this. A couple of episodes in this first season because we are getting a season 2 that felt a little slow paced. And also, some of the comedy here wasn't 100% making me laugh. But overall, I did enjoy most of this comedy here. I feel where my negative starts to creep in is considering the fact that this is something I appreciate for not being the superhero traditional stuff. This is a superhero show, and considering the fact that I went into this wanting to enjoy something new, I was expecting a lot more action and such here. So I was kind of disappointed in the superhero side of things, and it doesn't really fully feel like you're watching an MCU show, like I said, which I think is a great compliment on its own. But I feel like the show, you could have had a little bit more action. Some characters get a little underutilized, and a few episodes I just thought were a little bit too boring for the most part. But that's really my only type of issues. The last issue is I think some people kind of overpraised this a little bit, even my own YouTube friends, which I get why he's praising this, and I'm giving it the same amount of praise. But let's be honest, this is not better than WandaVision. It's not better than X-Men 97. It's not better than a few other shows I think in the superhero genre are better, like Invincible or the ones I just mentioned. But to sum up the overall experience, if I can, like I said, because I really did like the show. I just wanted to love it more. Like I said, a few things stopped me from loving it. It's not a lot of superhero action. It's kind of slow, and some of the pacing and some of the meta-ness can be a bit too much for some people. But overall, from my perspective, let's sum it up. I thought Wonder Man had the biggest potential to be a slap in the face to me as an MCU fan, and a slap in the face to all MCU fans or to superhero fans in general. But I think if you're someone who's clamoring for something different in the MCU, I think you will really like the show. I was genuinely surprised. I like the two performances. I like Destin Creighton's direction. I'm curious on how he does in Brand New Day. Please don't mess that up. I like some of the writing, I like the character growth, and I like the meta-ness of it. And I like the fact that it dared to do something a little bit more different. I just feel like hopefully next season they do get some more action into it. We do get some more fun moments here. I just have fun just walking around with these actors trying to find work, and I did enjoy what it is. But overall, on my rating system, I'm gonna give it a slight epitastic, because a lot of the positives I like the filmmaking and such, and the acting, really does make this show worth it. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's not bad. Just don't expect a lot of action, and be prepared if you're annoyed by some of the meta humor. So in the comment section down below, what did you guys think of Wonder Man? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you somewhere right in the middle? Like I said, some of these TV show reviews either are going to be quickened, or some of them I'm going to save for one big video. So in all my social media links are in the description box down below. If you would like to send any money to my Cash App or Chime, or you want to help financially support the channel, you can do that as well. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell to get notified when more videos like this are up. Also, if you are listening on Apple and Spotify podcasts, be sure to share this with your friends along with the channel and give it that 5-star grade. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Stay epitastic and keep it cool.